That's excitement. That's super excitement. John's going to make sure it's picking up here. Give me a comment, please, if you can see me. And I'll tell you what I think is going on. Is my angel turned on? Yeah, no, so that shouldn't be the problem. Oh, I see eyeballs coming on now. Yay! Okay, yay! Yay, yay! Woo! Exciting! Now, John, we've lost it on YouTube, but he's working on that. Let me tell you what I think is going on. Oh, what I think is going on is a little backstory. At Quilter Select, we're coming up with a program that we're very, very excited about, a computer program. And I was directed to have parallels put on this computer, of which I did. And then I was told, no, don't do that. We'll just get you a PC and we'll go from there. So we have not yet taken parallels off of my computer. And John, guess what he's going to be doing when we're done here? I'm pretty darn sure. Okay, Judy's on YouTube, John. So that's good. Hey, Libby Williamson. Okay, we have a lot to cover today, okay? First of all, I had a delightful time taping in Texas, and I was exhausted when we got home. I mean, exhausted, like 6:30 going to bed at night and getting up at 5:30 in the morning. Oh, we're talking 3 days in a row. But that said, the shows were fabulous. And a lot of the people I didn't know. So that I made new friends. So that makes me really, really happy. And on Friday, I'm going to go through what some of the shows were. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not going to tell you who, I'm not going to tell you what, I have never, ever seen quilts like that were gracing the set of our Japanese guest. It was staggering, absolutely staggering. So I'm very excited to get that together for you on Friday. But today's about paper piecing and what you need to do to get started, etc. But you guys also were so kind to send me pictures to my Gmail, alexandrsn@gmail.com. And so I want to show you some of them before we get going here. So this is from Linda, yes, and she said this is the ultimate color wheel, and I have to agree. Or I would say the ultimate rainbow. Get a load of this. Isn't that great? I just love this. I just think, this should be a flippin' poster. And I don't know where you got it, Linda, but wow. And by the way, one time John and I were in London, and the exhibit was the Queen Mum's hats. Oh, they were something else. The photography does not give them justice at all. Okay, then Ruth sent me Afternoon Delight. She finished it. Yay. She did it in taupes. It's absolutely incredible, Ruth. And this was our BOM last year. Yes, last year, which now it's a Sue Garman pattern. If you want to get it, you have to go to Sue Garman's. Her kids are managing her site because she passed several years ago. But let me tell you, Ruth, this is just exquisite. You know, when you're a member, you get these free patterns. So like this year, it's the Wendy Williams Color Your World. And we have another one, an alphabet one, and I'm doing an absolute brain freeze. That's free right now too. So, but then Ruth, I'm training you guys properly. Look at the quilting. Woo, 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 woo. Beautiful, just beautiful workmanship. Then Judith sent this, a neutrals quilt that she did. And I think, wait, I'm not sure if Ruth's were Japanese fabric. I think Judith's are. I might be screwing this up, but nonetheless, we've got beautiful candy to look at. And hey, you couldn't do this quilt without foundation paper piecing. Then Lisa, working with ombres. I wish I could see the whole thing because I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but we had an interview with Jennifer Sampu, who makes these beautiful ombres for Robert Kaufman. So I liked seeing that a lot. And then, oh, okay, this, I don't know your name, but I'm going to call you JW, okay? I think this quilt almost took her down, but isn't it beautiful? I just love solids. And honestly, I haven't a clue how you pieced that. I would have to really study it, but that's just happiness on a platter too. And then let's see, Pat sent something. Oh, her monochromatic. And these are all things that we talked about before we went to taping, how to work with different color families, etc., or different fabrics and colors and combinations and XYZ. So it's fun for me to see what you have been doing. And then Tina, I think, got sidelined at some point here, but she finally finished this and she sent several pictures, but it was how she did the border, and she does it how I do it. She basically does the applique on the border and then sews the borders on. And then you can see, like, let's look on the right-hand side, say at 3 o'clock. She left those petals unappliqued and then applicate them onto the body of the quilt. So then you're not having to mess around with all of the quilt for all of the time. All right, so I appreciate everybody coming back. It was a break, and again on Friday I'll show, well, the taping was so smooth, it was so good. And I know we were mean about the block of the month, but I just said John was going to hold up. I won't be mean like that today to you. I got letters that people really PO'd. I'm sorry, it was John's idea. I'm throwing him under the bus, okay? So, okie dokie dokie. Foundation paper piecing. Love it or hate it, right? Split right down the middle. Well, here's the thing with foundation paper piecing. I was in the school of hate it, because I'd never tried it. But back in the day, C&T wanted me to write a book on it because I have all my kind of basic books on how you do XYZ. And I think I wanted to do shadow red work. And Todd, who owns C&T Publishing with his brother Tony, was a sneaky. And he said, I won't sign that contract unless you sign this contract. I'm like, oh. So I signed it. And I want to say, everybody needs to know foundation paper piecing, okay? Everybody does. Because there are certain quilts you just can't make without it. Like that one we just looked at, that taupe one, okay? And so I knew nothing about it. And in writing the book, the mystery, the scales came off my eyes. I get it, all right? And so let me show you. This is actually the second edition, all right? The quilt is hanging behind me that we're going to be making, but it's here. And I have made this quilt twice. In the first edition, it was another made out of, I think, piece of cake fabric. And so here's the thing. Let's just go through the book. Not unfortunately, yay, you do have to have a copy of the book to go along in this class. That is the minimum, because this is a copyrighted thing, okay, a book. And so we're not going to steal copyrights. So again, you can do it with the old book. The new book just has fresher fabric in it. Okay, so what the deal is that I take you through quilts in the book. Actually, this is the one hanging up at the cabin. And we start with the simplest block, which will be this one, okay? And then we work through the book and do all these different blocks. And so you can see here that the pattern is here that you need to copy on your copy machine. This monochromatic, ooh, inner stripes for the inner border. I called this a really bad title name, but then I went back to Pineapple Quilt. This quilt almost killed me making it. It almost killed me, and I can't even remember why, but it was expletive Pineapple Quilt, and it turned out so beautiful because it's a monochromatic. Okay, so we'll learn that block, and then I'll show you how to do flying geese at some point here. But this was the first quilt that I did right here, and it was with Kaffe Fassett fabrics. And the reason you have to do this with foundation paper piecing is because you have all these biases that are all over the joint. Can you hear my cat? Sparrow, kitty, 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 kitty. Here she comes. Sorry, I know that's irritating. But when I made this was the first one, I go, oh my gosh, there is room for foundation paper piecing in my life. Pat, you can get the book on thequiltshow.com, and it's I think $14.95, and we're selling it for a couple bucks less because we want to get this into your hands. And I'm going to show you the fabric too, but look at that. Yeah. So then, hey Sparrow, why is it that cats want to sit in the sun when it's 100 degrees outside? This New York Beauty, look at that. It's beautiful. I could not have done that without foundation paper piecing. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, and then basket quilt, crazy patch, foundation paper piecing. We'll be doing all of these blocks in the sampler, okay? And they're super fun. There it is, the sampler. They're all in there. Now this thing is not that big. It's 40 by 40 or 40 and a half by 40 and a half. And well, let me get into the kit in a moment. You could make it bigger, especially with the kit, if you're going to hang with us, and I'll talk about that. So then the second edition does have this bonus quilt in it, Chinese lanterns, but that is not in the real quilt, okay? So you can get that at thequiltshow.com. Now, here's the deal. What do you need to get? And the reason we're not really starting till a week from Monday, which is the 20th, is because I want time for you to get stuff in your hands. First, I want to talk about paper before we get to the fabric. So these are the supplies you're going to need, or that I highly recommend. Okay, here are the Add-A-Quarter rulers that are made by Add-A-Quarter. Now, I have the original one, which is yellow, okay? And I don't need to get the new one. So you don't need to get the new one, but there is a difference between the old ones and the new ones. There's a lot of folding fabric back when you're foundation paper piecing, and I use this. And so this is really smart of these guys. One side has the Add-A-Quarter, okay? And then the other side has something that is in lieu of this, all right? So you don't have to have this, but man, I would highly recommend it. It just makes life easier. Okay, then let's talk about paper. There are several papers that are available to us. If you are brand new to this concept, I would swing for the vellum, okay? Why can't I open this? And the reason is I took these from the store at thequiltshow.com. I can't open it. Vellum is translucent, and you can see through it. And so the hard thing about foundation paper piecing is switching your brain around. I mean, and if you can see through the paper, it makes it easier to switch your brain around. It's a little more expensive, but I would do yourself a favor and start with this if you are brand new, okay? And so then Carol Doak has less expensive stuff. It's foundation paper piecing, and I called up Amy at C&T and I said, okay, what's the difference from what you might get at the dollar store? And the dollar store paper like this is hard to tear away. And this was especially formulated for foundation paper piecing. It is it's lightweight, it's absorbent, so less ink transfer, and it's non-coated, so the fabric won't slip. So that's another thing, okay? But then Quilter Select came out with print and piece, and basically you can leave this in it and it will wash away. Now but the point, I probably wouldn't leave this in it on this particular quilt. I would probably take it out. And the wonderful thing about this is that it is water soluble. So what I've done here is I've stitched with blue right here, and I got a little glass of water here, and you can go like this, and I'm going to show you what happens. The beauty of this is that you're not going to stress your seams. All right? So I guess that's good enough. Look at how it just melts away. I'm not stressing my seams. And there leaves a little bit in there, but that's no big deal. One person got really upset that it was left in there, but it's minuscule. It's absolutely minuscule. So easy to take out, etc. I might leave some of it in. I might take some of it out. It just depends how I'm feeling. But this is Quilter Select Print and Piece. I can't tell you what to get exactly. I just can't. There's so many options out there. I mean, you could even use printer paper, but you're going to be stressing the heck out of your seams. So it's kind of an open-ended sport if you want to get down to it. But you're going to want to consider what you're going to be doing it on. And I know you want me to tell you exactly what. I'm only going to say if you're a beginner, get the vellum. And I'm sorry it's more expensive, but you're going to be saving yourself a world of hurt and sadness, okay? So of course we have a kit, and today it went out to star members in your email. Star members get first shot at it, and then it will go to the general public on Friday. But I know most of you are star members because you get that because TQS, thequiltshow.com exists, that I'm able to do this. So, and also this class is free. So if you have friends that might want to try it, yay, okay? So let's look at the kit. I am so grateful for the women that work with us because they have such great taste. So if you buy the whole kit, here it is. It comes, what happened there? My little light. Comes in here, and in it comes, and you don't have to get the kit with the book if you've already got the book, because that's not fair. But if you buy the whole kit, it comes with this book, and we have slipped in 5 sheets of print and piece so you can play with it. Okay, so that is my little gift to you. But who cares? Let's talk about the fabric because that's where it's at. So this is based on Jennifer Shampoo's shimmer. I'm gonna break my bundle, all right? And then also I threw some cafes in, okay? Now let's just break it. Let's just get down here and do it. I promised them at work I wouldn't mess with their bundles because they work so hard on them. All right, let me get. Oh, and I think they're very, very reasonably priced too. Here. All right. So, shall we do it? It's almost like, okay, here we go. Now we have we've added more of Jennifer's fabric to this than was in the original bundle because we just couldn't stop. I mean, I saw this bundle in the store and just had a fit. And so somebody asked me, look at the shimmer in it. Can you see that? Yeah. And there's textured fabrics in here. It's fabulous. It's not just all like your normal 100% cotton. Let's lay this out. So Suzanne added more to the bundle. Ah, I love you. And then I added some capes to it. You're getting way more fabric here than what you need. I'm telling you that straight up. But you can use it for every single one of these would fit as a beautiful stash addition when it's said and done. Every single one. Also, oh, here comes a good one. Also, you could piece a backing together too, but I probably would save it for my stash. Okay, this print just, I love this print. Okay. What is it about this that gets us all so excited? I can't stand it. Love that honeycomb. All right. Now, these are not the fabrics that are in the quilt in the book, because the book was written many, many years ago. Okay, here comes another favorite. But it will give you the same sort of feeling. Now, this is what you need to know, because we have so much to choose from. None of these quilts are going to look alike. They are all going to be very, very, very different. And that's very exciting, because then they can post it on the forum. Look at that. And we can see how they're coming along. And then this, and then this. Okay, so this is Suzanne. I'm going to put this here so we can see it. So this is Suzanne's. And then I said, wait. And I went to my stash and I pulled out polka dots, caves. And I put them in here. So see, I'm doing shopping for you. I mean, we were out of control, okay? But yet, this was not yet enough. So this is the pull together. I just love this. And I actually found this in my stash and they still had it available. I mean, look at this. It picks up the black. It picks it all up. And in the quilt behind me, there are a ton of polka dots. Let me move this in there. There are a ton of polka dots. So I think this is going to be a really fun quilt to follow along and play and post and blah, blah, blah. So let's see. So I did the supplies, what you're going to need. I've said the tools. Oh, wait, how much? Yeah. Okay, for the kit with the book and the 5 extra pieces of the print-in piece, it's only $129. We really honestly discounted it, okay? Because we realized that Suzanne and I were out of control. So our out of controlness should not have to reflect your pocketbook. So you get all of that for $125. They're fat quarters. If you already have the book, it's $117. And I believe we're also putting I think we're also, I'm not sure if we're putting in the print-in piece in that. I think we are, in just with the fabric. John thinks so too. So okay, Rochelle asked something. $129 with everything. Not the add a quarter ruler, not that, because you probably have that in your stuff. $117 without the book. And of course, then the book is available. And of course, the book is available at, what are we selling it for, John? $12.95? Like $12.95, and it's 12 something, and it's normally 14 something. So we tried to knock a couple bucks off that. Now, Star members get first crack at this, okay? So how do you get and find it on the site? Because I tried to find it this morning. You go open your newsletter, and in your newsletter, you click through, and it will take it to you. Now, I know for Star members, got it. Everybody's going to get it on Friday, but I know you guys are Star members. I know it. There might be 2 in here that aren't. And if you're not a Star member, it's $49 for the year, and you get, we have like over 350, probably almost 400 shows. We were just taping shows. We have the 2 block of the months. And so Janet Stone, the other block of the month. I know that never happens to you. She wins ribbons up the hoo-hoo. Okay. So let's see. Do we have any questions here? Do we post to overseas, like to England? We can. It's going to cost a ton of money.
It's going to be a minimum of $60 to $70.
Really? John says it's going to be about, really? She thinks it's going to be around $60 to ship. Even Canada, it's like that. And so, in fact, somebody ordered a pattern the other day, and I just said, I don't ship. I don't do that because it's shipped more than the stupid pattern. So, Sue said it's $14.95, not $12.95 on our site. Well, John's going to go look at that right now. He took a what? So, yay. So I think we're all on the good page. He's going to go take a look at it. Karen, thank you for keeping my nose clean on that. And who is the manufacturer of the last Pull It All Together fabric? This one is Kafe. So I believe, isn't that Free Spirit, you guys? This is Kafe. I couldn't believe it when I found this in my stash. I mean, normally I would go, and then I put it up against these fabrics, and I just was like, oh, you guys belong. You need to get married. Jennifer, Kafe, this needs to be married together. So, other questions? But not alone. Okay, so John, Sue says not alone. Okay, he'll get in there and fix it. Your red nails are the bomb. Do you have new bling on? Okay, thank you. I do have new bling on. I will show you my new bling. I was trying to decide whether or not to show because I've gotten yelled at about it. But as you know, my mom passed in January, and she had a ring. She has actually 2 rings that I adore, and I simply could not bear. I should have it on my face. I simply could not bear to put them on. And my mom wanted me, absolutely wanted me to have them. Her big fear was that she would die young and my dad would, somebody else would marry him. So the big joke was, don't worry, Mom, I'll get them off before you hit the floor, which is so gross. But we just, and John wanted the rugs. We have beautiful rugs, Persian carpets. And so when I was going through all her stuff, I looked at the ring, and the last thing I wanted to do was put it on. The last thing. And so I told my son that, and they're Jewish, and he said in Jewish tradition, they often put things away for a year and then bring it out and then do after the deceased. So I thought, okay, then it's normal that this doesn't feel real good to me. And so the other day, Robin was over, my Robin, and we were talking about some of my mom's jewelry, and a lot of it got stolen. Yeah. It got stolen, and but not the ring. And so she looked at me and she said, you put that ring on right now. So I did. So I'm wearing my mom's ring, and it's absolutely beautiful. It was made in 1970. This is an old cut diamond, and it's not new cut. They want to cut it and make it a nicer cut. And I say no, and my mom said no. But the really great thing is they bought the diamond from Paul. And Paul was my uncle that was the first in line to die in those horrible 5 years. And so it's kind of a completely full circle thing. So thank you for asking, because yes, it is new bling, and it is beyond precious to me. All right. The quilt is beautiful. Red nails, thank you. Those are paid for. Do you ship to APO and EPO addresses? John, do you know that? I don't know. Let me call. John believes the answer is yes. Let me call Suzanne. Call Suzanne just to make sure. Sorry, this is like so professional. I can't stand it. But we did start late, so I'm cutting myself a little bit of time. Hey, I'm on live right now. Do we ship to APO and EPO addresses?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Here, say it. Wait, hold on. Say it louder, Suzanne.
Yes, we do.
How much do you think it will cost to ship to overseas, say like to England? Kind of ballpark. I said 60.
Yeah, that's about right, depending on the weight of the package.
Okay. Okay. Well, they're impressed
And
with your kit. She's my partner in crime in this you're talking to right now.
I had a lot of fun designing the bag and the ribbon and all that.
No, but we also pulled the extras. We spent more of their
Yes.
money.
Yes.
And yes, Cindy, the K fabric is included in the fat quarter package. Okay, can we order my book on Amazon? Sure. I got to get you off. John said, get her off. That's not nice. Okay, thanks, Suzanne. Yes, you can. You can. Oh, okay, Sue Glick, thank you. Well, oh, Sue said, will my cart be updated? I guess she already put it in for $14.95.
Yes.
John will take care of you, Sue Glick. Okay. What? Just talk, John.
That all the quilts will come out looking different.
Oh, I already did.
They're gonna choose it.
Yeah, I already did. Okay, missed the first part. Does the kit include papers for piecing? No, you're going to have to watch the first part of it, Janet, and decide what you need because I can't say there's one definitive product to use, all right? I can't because there's too many options out there. All right. Woohoo, military folks overseas get to take advantage. Yay. And thank you for serving our country. Okay, yes, there will be enough for back and binding. Now you're going to have to piece it together because they are fat quarters. Big deal. I do that all the time. Some of Jennifer's fabrics are woven, like this shiny stuff, and some are printed. Thus, another reason for foundation paper piecing. Okay, so on Friday, we're going to give you a little tour of what went on. And I want to show you one thing, just to tease you. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. This was one of our guests. You guys are going to flip when you see this. Okay, look at that micro stippling. Look at that. And for a frame of reference, I'll put my pen here. Oops, in flippin' credible. Okay? Again, that particular person, I've never quite seen things like this on our set ever. So, yay! We'll see you Friday. And I'll also show you what I worked on for one of my segments because I couldn't do it until the segment was done because I had all my step outs and I've been working like a mad dog on it. Are there enough lights for the background? Yes, there are. Because if you look at the quilt, that's a very, 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 very good question. Because like if you look in here, these are all printed. They're not a lot of lights and you can certainly mash things up. All right. And the polka dots, that's one of the reasons I went for the polka dots too, was because that gives more lights. So nope, you're good to go. Are we excited? Do we go, yay, yay? What? Amazon wants $50.95 for the book? I think you have the wrong book. Date release is 1/1750. That's okay. Buy it from me. What? Oh my gosh. Get it from us. And remember, if you spend over $100, it's free shipping. So, okay, have a wonderful day. I'll see you Friday. I'm really excited about showing you what we did. It was a pretty spectacular group of shows. I'm very excited. I don't always say that. I know. See, I shouldn't have just said that because they're usually spectacular. But this one just super surprised me because so many of these people I didn't know, and I was out of my mind. And the stories, Shelley, the producer, always digs into stories, and the stories were remarkable. So, see ya. Bye.